A hero on the pitch, a hero off it. Former Newcastle United and England captain Alan Shearer took time out from his busy schedule to return to Tyneside and visit one of the projects benefiting from his testimonial game. The spectacular event last May raised more than £1.6 million for North East good causes. Among them was St Cuthbert's Care, which received £320,000, which has gone towards a £1.7 million centre for disabled people and their families. As a tribute to the Magpies legend, the centre in Leamington, Newcastle, will be renamed the Alan Shearer Centre. He spoke to the Chronicle about how he chose the charity and his life after hanging his boots up. Tell us a bit about how he came to choose the charity.
Well, it was, when I announced that I was given the money from the testimonials to charities, there was literally hundreds upon hundreds of requests came in, and all very worthwhile. But for a number of reasons, this one stood out. When you come here, you can understand why. There's going to be so many people get a tremendous amount of pleasure. I'm certain they'll enjoy it here, give them a tremendous amount of relief. I want to come back and see it when it's open, obviously, and see the smiles and the pleasure that it's given people. The hydrotherapy pools and the cinemas are here, and so you can come for a day, you can come for 2 days, you can come for a week. I think it was important for me to take an active part and not just say, well, there you go, there's the cheque, get on with it. It's the Alan Shearer Centre, which I think was important as well, and I can't wait to come back and see it up and running and see the pleasure that it actually gives people.
I think you've said before, it was like all parents, you can't imagine what it must be like that to have a disabled child. Was that one of the key reasons for you?
It was, yeah. I think if you've been involved with people with disabilities, then we're all very fortunate. It must put a tremendous amount of stress and strain on carers and mums and dads. But this place can take a little bit that away, and not only that, they can come here and enjoy it and hopefully feel at home here.
It must have been an unbelievably hard decision to choose out of all the charities. Is that fair to say?
Oh, absolutely. I think, as I said, there was hundreds of requests came in, and every single one of them is worthwhile. Every charity is. And I had to be very selective in the ones that I gave the money to, and it was a very, very difficult decision. The easy part was deciding to give the money to charity. The hard part was deciding which charities to give it to. But I believe I've certainly made the right choice in making this one of them, because I'm positive that a lot of people will take a lot from it.
Obviously, the cash came about from the testimonial. Yeah. Is that a distant memory now? Or?
It seems a long time ago. I'm probably busier now than I've ever been, which wasn't the plan. But I'm very fortunate. I'm seeing a lot of the world, doing a lot of travelling, working very hard for the BBC, which I'm enjoying greatly. I'm seeing a lot of football matches, but I am very busy. It does seem a long time ago.
There's a lot of players you see as pundits on TV, and they often say, they really, really miss the playing side of things. Has that hit you yet, or no?
I haven't had time to miss it, to be honest. I don't think I've been in one place for an hour, let alone miss football. But I've not missed it at all. Which is a good thing, because obviously the concern is when you hang your boots up, then having been playing for so many years, then how will it affect you? Well, I just haven't had time, because I've been working so hard, believe it or not.
Obviously, such a long career, plenty of fond memories. Are there any particular memories you can point to as some of the best?
I've just been a fortunate lad to have lived my dream. I wanted to be a footballer when I was a kid, and I've been able to do that, and been able to do it reasonably well. But I think the testimonial will stand out forever. It is a distant memory at this moment in time, but it's something that I'll never forget. It was just a great occasion, a great night, and I'm just pleased that places like this are benefiting.
Absolutely, and obviously there's a lot of kids in the position you were so many years ago, kind of trying out in junior sides and so on. Have you got fond memories as a young player as well?
Yeah, my little lad's doing exactly the same as what I was doing now as a kid. He wants to get me out in the garden and play as much football as possible, and I can imagine that there's millions of kids wanting to do that. As I said, I was one of the fortunate ones that was able to do that, and not only do that but represent my home club, which again was a dream come true for me. So I was the fortunate one, and if there are many out there, then it's a great life, believe me.
And have you got a message for those who are kind of trying out in the hopes of the future? You know,
just work hard, don't cut corners. If you stick in, if you give it your best, then no one can ever say anything more to you if it doesn't work out.
You're still following Newcastle as well, then closely?
Yeah, I do all the time. I mean, I'm working most Saturdays, but their involvement in the UEFA Cup, because they played on a Thursday and sometimes on a Sunday, I've been able to see quite a few of their games. I think with the injury situation, they're in a very respectable position, and Glenn Roeder has done an exceptional job. All right, a couple of disappointing results in the cup competitions, but we're all keeping our fingers crossed now that we go a long way in the UEFA Cup.
Really tough one on the weekend, isn't it, Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool are having an exceptional run at the moment. It's a tough one. I don't know how many injuries that are back into the team, but keep our fingers crossed.
Your old pal, of course, Craig Bellamy, do you think he'll be a threat as usual?
He will be a threat, yeah, without a doubt. He's had a decent season for Liverpool, and with his pace running in behind defenders, he's always going to be a threat, yeah.
Absolutely.